What it do, YouTube? Is Coffee tapping back in, man. Top of the morning, everyone. Hope y'all having a great day. Now, peep it. WACK100 posting here about Big U. There's been a lot going on, a lot of allegations. That stuff 600 brought to the table about Big U informing or cooperating with the police under a different alias. We've just seen so much ish come out via the blogosphere, you know, the average individual just sitting back watching all the content. But I think the Gryd program, the Blackberry phone, all that, this is where it all really started, when, again, to the average cat in the blogosphere, just seeing everything going on about Big U and Wack no longer fucking with each other. If I recall correctly, this is where it first started, where Wack was saying, like, he ain't rock with him no more because he found out about this contract. Now, I've heard in the past another content creator say, this is secondhand, right? So just, you know, as always, comment as well as everything we touch on in this video. That's what we do. We just coffee talk it up on different stuff, music, news, sports, current events, all that, you know? So hit the comments. But I've heard something before where Big U reportedly said, like, that there was a contract, but the contract that was going around on the net was doctored up. If you heard that comment, I don't know if that's what it is, but let's just break it down. It says the contractor will provide violence interruption and crisis response activities that include responding to specific gang-related confrontations, working to mediate and diffuse conflict tensions, and actively promote peace building. The contractor shall ensure community intervention workers are following the GV1 or I process outlined in Appendix A. The contractor will ensure that the community intervention workers utilize their Blackberry devices to receive and respond to the RACR notifications, and in communicating with law enforcement, mayor staff, and other relevant entities. CIWs will serve as first responders for all gang-related incidents within their designated grid zone or area that may impact their designated grid zone. Now, again, is this contract all official? Has any of the ones that have been around on the net before been doctored up? Comment about that. But so far what we're reading here, I've heard a lot of individuals speak on this and say, yo, he's just working within the community and getting paid for it. That ain't no snitch-ish. Then some people have flat out came out and said, yo, this is telling, and think about how the contract is only good for so long, so if he's been getting renewed for the contract, that just shows the information he gave up. There's just been all kinds of narratives surrounding this, and I don't know, I just want to know what everyone thinks once again. And then but as far as for the Blackberry, there was, you know, some recent developments here, and you've seen WACK100 post about it. I believe it was on Death of the Cloud Chasers platform. There's this footage going around where Big U is saying he never had the phone. This one doesn't have any audio, but it says, Big U, a.k.a. Big U Berry, shows off his new and improved toy, Blackberry Mafia, 911, 911, Gryd, serial numbers, 211 Gilly. I don't know. I don't even know if that footage is really from Big U's page. That could just be an edit Wack put together.
You speak on like the Blackberry.
I don't have a phone. I ain't never had a phone. And it ain't nobody in my organization carries a phone, issue phone for the city. I have a phone. I ain't never had a phone. I have a phone. I ain't never had a phone. I have a phone. I ain't never had a phone. I have a phone. I ain't never had a phone. I have a phone. I ain't never.
You speak on like the Black. You speak on like the Blackberry.
The new and improved Crime Buster device, stamped by Big U, aka Blackberry U. 30 minutes later, and that's I think promoting a clubhouse room that was coming. So I don't know, like, what do y'all think about that? I ain't never had a phone. No one in my organization has a phone. That footage right there, that's just someone holding a Blackberry. But I don't know that we could say that that's him. But I believe I saw another clip someone put together where he was holding a Blackberry. I don't know, man. Contractors shall maintain a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week schedule to respond to calls regarding gang violence, confrontations, such as shootings, aggravated assaults, homicides, and other violent incidents within 15 minutes after receiving a notification via Blackberry from the LAPD, real-time analysis in critical response division, or notification from either LAPD, the Gryd office, or the community. The contractor shall respond to gang-related incidents outside of the designated Gryd zone if the incident is believed to adversely impact activities within the Gryd zone. For example, if a gang-related incident takes place in a neighborhood outside of the Gryd zone, but further action, example, retaliatory shooting, may impact the Gryd zone, community intervention workers, CIWs, shall respond to these types of incidents. So basically, just talking about communicating with the police, giving information about these incidents within their zone, and if, like, you know, it starts outside of the zone and goes within, then it would fall on, you know, that contracted individual, or if it started within and went out, they could, you know, are still required to inform. The contractor shall also provide support services to victims' families and friends. Support services will be provided after making initial contact with victim families and friends at the scene of an incident, hospital, or at a time and location chosen by the victim's family and friends. Support services can also include contractor attending funerals, vigils, peace marches, etc. The contractor shall participate in regular comp stats sessions when arranged by mayor's office. More info regarding the training and comp stats will be provided by the mayor's office. There will be no added cost associated with comp stats of the training. So, I don't know, apparently they got to sit down and go over statistics in different cases, and gang violence and different things like that. And then we see the hand sign, the signature by hand here. It says Big U and Bear Claw, and a witness whereof the city of Los Angeles and the contractor have caused this agreement to be executed by their duly authorized representatives. City business license number, need. Internal Revenue Service ID number, need. Council, blah, blah, blah. And then down here, WACK says, this is the Gryd Developing Options Partnership. Now, let's see what some of the people are saying in the comments here. And again, what does everyone think about this? Had you ever heard before that Big U talked about this and, you know, said that the paperwork that was going around was doctored up to sound different? What do you guys think of the I never had a phone, and the mention of the phone in this contract, and whatever footage was floating around before? Again, these videos right here, I don't know that came from Big U. I don't see why he would put a video just showing off a Blackberry. I don't know. But and you know, what does everyone think as far as, like, I've heard a lot of individuals just say, yo, ish gets bigger than the streets. Individuals want to keep their community right. Like, it's a lick, more or less. I think Brick Baby was saying things about him going to school or something like this to get this job. Like, it's just a lick, and he's keeping things safe, and he's probably not really informing. But then again, like I said, you got cats that are like, by the street code, this ish is a no-no, period. Or you got individuals that are saying, well, if he ain't really informing on people like that and he's just hitting them for a lick, right? Why would they re-up on the contract? So it's a crazy situation. This has been going on for a while, but seemingly this seems to be the official paperwork. So comment and share your thoughts. We'll go over some of these responses and see what the people are saying and then close this thing out. Why was you not breaking this down on Gilly podcast when you said he's the biggest Crip and helps his people? So someone referencing back when Wack and Big U were cool, that he helps people and all that. Now he's all bad. And that's something that I was pointing out too, man. Not even just speaking on WACK100 and this Big U ish. Just in general, I hate seeing when two individuals, like I'm sure we've all experienced this ourselves or seen it happen, like two individuals are cool, they're friends, they got a relationship or rapport, something like that. Then something happens where people fall out. Then next thing you know, like everything's all bad about the other person. Like one of the individuals is just totally trashing the other people, bringing up all this dirt, just painting their character as just being all bad, all foul. And it's like, well, why would you ever be cool with them? Why would you ever rock with them, you know? And then some cats would say, well, maybe they didn't know. Maybe they found out and stopped fucking with them. Because I believe that's what WACK100 is saying here regarding this. If you trace it all back as far as the blogosphere goes, once again, when it's just regular folk who just watch the content and everything play out, you know, I believe that was the narrative that he was saying was like, yo, that's why I stopped fucking with him. I did all this stuff to help him in the record business, this, that, and the third. And I found about this and I stopped rocking with him. But I don't know. It seems, in my opinion, let me know what you think. I think Wack been knowing about this, and this is just what he's spinning, you know. But again, the street cats watching, what do you think? Just everyone. What is everyone's thoughts on this? And then again, this guy said, well, why didn't you say this on Gilly's joint when you were saying he's the biggest Crip in the world and he helps people? Because they will not let him back on their show because he is a snake. LOL, dudes contradicting themselves. So in your eyes, Big U solid. Could be true. What if he didn't have the info then? What if he only started looking into him when they started beefing? Why you think? Watch. Skip from the first call. He explains it all. What's this guy say? Bro, it's 6 a.m. 6 a.m. Wake up. Or I'm sorry, you wake up thinking about this, dude. Be with your family. And this dude says, bro, come on already. This is really making the West Coast look bad. Y'all need to handle street-ish in the streets, bro. I think you don't realize that you are making the genuine and solid people who like you and not respect you. I think enough damage is done. If draws ain't one or is one, I think you publicly humiliated him already. You won. Let's find some positive content to post. Let's direct this energy to detour these kids away from Pyru, Blood, Crib, or Vato. We losing respect for you. One love. You proved your point. At the end of the day, it's making people look bad. Now continue back to incredible diapers. So this cat's saying, yo, you won. You did your damage. You tried to humiliate this man. What's the point anymore? And if this is some street-ish, handle it in the streets. But I think it's clear how active, you know what I mean, like Wack is on here. That I don't think he's really trying to get down with him or not. I don't know. This is just a crazy situation. Like, real talk, watching the way everything plays out in the blogosphere nowadays, it's just wild, the things we see, the disputes within the hip-hop industry over to the streets, everything else. Like, times has just changed, I guess we could say. Use my comment as the I'm confused button. You probably got a Blackberry too, because how you know about it? And then one of the things that gets left out or is never pointed out in this disclaimer, which states participates in the Gryd program are not agents of LAPD. Also, it states that any info obtained from participants will not be used in prosecution of criminal cases, but they are providing info. The question should be, is it a benefit to the community or a nuisance? Judge this according to your moral aptitude. Now, that's an interesting comment there, because we heard the stuff about the stats, right? So is this just something, as this guy's saying, people who do this aren't agents of the LAPD? Are they strictly, is this based on crime statistics, you know, that we hear referenced in different stuff, or what, you know? They have these types of programs around the country. I don't know all the particulars, but I haven't ever heard anyone got jammed up because of what someone said in an intervention. I don't have a dog in the fight. I just deal with the facts. Another upload, but no fades. So this guy's saying, all these uploads, but you won't face the man. I know R&B hate hearing you talk about Big U every day, all day. A lot of jobs give out phones. Isn't his job gang intervention? Y'all call him a snitch for that? Is you supposed to be banging at 60? I'm confused. So, and then this dude says, you talk a lot when you're gonna put your hands up. So, a lot going on in this one. Once again, guys, I'm just trying to bust this all down and hear everyone's thoughts. So, tap in. Make sure to sub up. Daily videos, music, news, sports, and more, y'all. It's coffee, and I'm gone. Peace.